Welcome back to the TimConLAN 9 Diabotical Duel Tournament. We are doing our last game, which is a delayed game from all the way from round 4 of Group B, and it will be between fearZZz and Lup1n. And they just decided their maps. We are just getting the players ready. Maps will be Sanctum, Raya, and what is that? Outbreak. Stream on my side is a little bit blurry, but yeah, there we go. So we'll just get the players ready. We are starting the match. This is between fearZZz and Lup1n. If I remember right, this is where Back's team played against fearZZz and had extremely good control over everything, like pretty much items as well as constantly apprehending his opponent fearZZz during that time. fearZZz had a few overwhelming moments in control as well, but Back's team was always managed to get it back. But now fearZZz is facing Lup1n on this map. We'll see how this matchup goes. I would have mentioned like fearZZz standing on that altar. I was told by the creator of this map when it was made, when we introduced new maps in the EggWP roster, that the the substance on that altar is not blood, it's jam. Because this is Diabotical is a kid-friendly game. That's jam. They sacrificed a jar of jam for the red armor to spawn.
Game starts in 3.
Alrighty, we'll be starting Sanctum from. Oh, never mind. I've just got on my report that we won't be starting it. A bit of a lobby technical difficulties. We'll be starting in a moment. Alright. We have solved our technical difficulties and we can start our first game on Sanctum. Starting from fearZZz view, starting from the yellow armor, goes into the red. There's a few weapons on the way. The rocket launcher mainly will be his friend there. Doesn't get the pincer. Lup1n pushes him back. Lup1n has picked up the Mega and Blue. Nice rail by fearZZz. He caught one himself, perhaps. Well, those are going to be some very nice trading rails from both players. They have very good accuracy. Ooh. Directed rocket on Lup1n. Fear is even lower on stack. Needs to get some slight health. Lup1n will get Mega. Yellow, also controlled by Lup1n. Fear is at a very tricky situation right now. We'll need some armor at the very least. Okay. The blue armor. Yellow will be spawning in 5. Doesn't manage to get a hit on Lup1n, but neither does he get any hits from him either. Ooh. Very nice rockets though. Lup1n immediately goes down, very low stack, but still gets the Mega to heal those wounds. 1 second to heavy. It's definitely going to be Lup1n's to pick, but fearZZz tries to do some retaliation rockets. Very nice rails, 2 in a row. I failed to see those. There we go. It wasn't 3 in a row. Still caught some very nice damage on Lup1n, but fearZZz has no armor and only has a blue. 5 seconds to Mega. fearZZz tries to. Never mind, he's going to fall back. Knows that red is going to be adversely at the same time. Takes the red. Lup1n is now at a very good stack. He's just picked up yellow. fearZZz, however, got a few armor shards. Those are going to help him a lot. Here comes the red is spawning just in a moment, and Lup1n is nearly cornered there. Picks it up though and gets out of there. fearZZz not so good on stack anymore now, after getting that rail shot as well on him. Picks up the blue, gets a second in a row on Lup1n. But those rockets will make him fall back. Even a bit of splash damage can really make the difference. Misses the 3rd in a row rail on Lup1n. Ooh, right below. fearZZz doesn't get damaged by the rocket though. 2 seconds to Mega. That would certainly be Lup1n's, and he's got a real good stack right now. All he needs to do is just push fearZZz down, at least secure this heavy, the red, or just push into fearZZz and get that first frag. There hasn't even been a frag in 3 minutes. So we can already tell these two are pretty much in an even amount of skill so far. Ooh. The same cannot be said about the stats, although they are averagely the same right now. Now it's the fight over the Mega. Lup1n will take it. fearZZz will fall back. 5 seconds to yellow. Red is up for Lup1n to pick up. He's got pretty much full stack right now. fearZZz really needs to fire and hit a few rockets to even that stack. Lup1n really corners fearZZz into the teleporter. Goes through the teleporter himself. 9 HP remaining. Pincer will finish that off. That will be Lup1n's first frag. First 4 minutes. Second frag immediately after 3 rails in a row. Slight shaft damage as well. Lup1n just has no armor right now, which may be a problem. fearZZz. Oh yeah, now he's definitely cornered. fearZZz will definitely get a frag out of that. Lup1n might have gotten the blue armor there, but fearZZz still at a pretty good stack after that fight. Gets red. fearZZz. Coolest tries to push him to yellow. Yellow's picked up by him. Lup1n nearly cornered there, and so was fearZZz, in fact. fearZZz really needs to pull back now that Lup1n has Mega. He needs to make use of that very fast because Lup1n... that Mega is ticking down. When you have over 100 health, your health is ticking down. You're better off having 100 health and 50 armor, for instance, than 150 health. That does not tick down all the time, besides when you take damage. Lup1n still gets red, and in fact, quite a bit of armor to retaliate against fearZZz. I think he even got the yellow. Oh no, yellow hasn't even spawned yet. Red now has, and fearZZz will take it. Blue's also up. Should fearZZz take enough damage, he would fall back to the blue armor. There he is, taking that damage. One rail hit on Lup1n. Rocket jumps into the teleporter. Just to look for Mega. Lup1n's fallen back on red. Yellow is also up now. fearZZz taking it. They're pretty even stacked now. Now it's again a fight for the Mega. fearZZz will take it. He's on lower ground. He's bombarded by rockets by Lup1n. Nice rail by Lup1n there. Second rail in a row. fearZZz will control the red. Now he's got a pretty good stack against Lup1n. They have pretty even stack as well. Now they're really not fighting for anything here besides by themselves. Lup1n gets extremely low from those rockets by fearZZz. He was trying to look for a rail angle but could not find it at all. Falls back to red. Doesn't even lift jump to yellow. Yellow would be up, but he's still going against Lup1n's chase here. Shaft may just finish this off, and indeed it does. fearZZz gets some slight damage from the blaster though. Mega hasn't spawned just yet. And yellow's been up for ages. And finally fearZZz picks it up. It's a pretty good decision from fearZZz to go and apprehend Lup1n instead of going for the yellow the first time it spawned. The moment it spawned, rather. fearZZz now having the Mega health and a bit of armor to back him up. It's the blue to keep his armor stack. Still, Lup1n has a bit of armor, picks up some health in the process. Rail does not connect. Second either. Over the shaft as soon as he gets the lift and the finish with the rail. 3-2 for fearZZz. Mega's been picked up. Red. Picked up by Lup1n on the other side of the map. 10 seconds to yellow. fearZZz got blue. Right now, if fearZZz would maintain the stack and this lead with the frags, or even grow his lead if possible at all, then it would be in pretty good position. Lup1n would constantly be falling back for heavy, and even though he's got armor, fearZZz got Mega health. Now, in fact, the red is also fearZZz. There goes Mega, tries to bombard Lup1n from above. He will eventually... No, he won't concede it. He is still looking for a shot on the Mega. Both players know where they are. Mega is eventually Lup1n's. It's falling back. He's getting an angle on it. The red, but fearZZz doesn't even realize it was already gone. Just tries to do a few lift jumps just to see where Lup1n is at and then pick up the yellow. Nice little shaft from both. Lup1n, I believe, is... We're pretty much at even stacks right there after that fight. Now fearZZz has some armor to back him up with. Lup1n picks up the Mega. Goes up the jump pad. Or the lift. Gets a little bit of blaster damage in the process. 5 seconds to red. And the That's definitely fearZZz. He catches a rail in the meantime though, but still got help. Lup1n tries to control this Mega as well. I think we'll eventually just concede it, but try to get some damage in the process as well. Now Yellow will be picked up by him. He's constantly pushed back by the shaft damage. fearZZz also catches quite a bit of rocket damage. Misses the pincers. Lands one though. Doesn't land the next one. Lup1n looks around for fears around the Mega. There was also a very nice rocket by fearZZz. It will fall back to red. Lup1n, assumingly after getting the Mega, will fall back to yellow. Yes, it does. fearZZz is at a very good position at the moment, keeping that one frag lead. He would get the second one, but Lup1n has pretty good control over yellow and Mega. That's very hard to push down. But fearZZz, even without the control of Mega, even if he keeps up red, that is quite enough. He can maintain his health with small pickups at the same time. Now he picks up yellow. Heavy is going to be Lup1n's. fearZZz is at a lower stack at the moment, but he gets the Mega. That's going to raise him a bit higher. Gets a bit of damage from the shaft, however. Plasma won't do as much.
Golden frag.
And it's golden frag for fearZZz. Gets one rail on the yellow pickup. Lup1n is going to stay in that corner, and it's going to be fearZZ's game. Wow. At that moment when he realized, oh, I'm at golden frag, okay, I'll just push this guy down. That's what it seemed like, but that was an excellent game by both players. Lup1n maintained control over one side, and fearZZz maintained pretty even control on the red side. Very, very nicely played by fearZZz at the end, however. He really did that push on yellow quite well. Yeah, this is my moment here. Lup1n is stuck in there in that staircase. He's got only 2 ways to go. That's exactly what he did. He pushed himself into the staircase. Pushed his opponent, rather. Now we're on Rhea. And until the players get themselves ready, we'll wait a bit.
Game starts in 3, 2, 1.
We'll be starting pretty fast. On Lup1n's view. Rocket launcher into red. The shaft. He's got a pretty good starting stack in weaponry. There's a bit of a number with the blaster though. Lup1n falls back on the armors. They won't spawn just yet. fearZZz is hunting him down. Smokescreen Weeball goes into the pincer room, gets the pincer blue armor. Red is now picked up by Lup1n. Oh, sorry, fearZZz. Lup1n tries to spot him. fearZZz catches one rail. Misses the second one. fearZZz gets the Mega as well, but he's got no armor left after that rail. And a bit of damage by Lup1n. I'm gonna say they're at a pretty even stack until now. fearZZz has the red picked up. That's going to push him quite high on stack. And I have no idea what happened on there on Lup1n's end. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that dash did not look correct. 3 seconds until Mega. That was definitely going to be fearZZz. Oh, never mind. fearZZz is trying to hunt him down a little bit. Then fall back on the Mega just to heal his wounds. And he does exactly that. Lup1n has red. Around the corner comes some rockets. Ooh, that's a bit of damage by both players, in fact, but a bit more damage by fearZZ's shaft. That pincer will make Lup1n fall back a little bit. Thankfully, it did not hit the second one. Or third one, whichever that was. Lup1n has some stack again. To apprehend fearZZz on that jump pad. Mega health. Picked up by fearZZz. Lup1n takes the jump pad. 70 damage with one rail. Lup1n's doing a pretty good job at just dealing damage to fearZZz here and there, but he needs to do a bit more and even take control of the pickups that fearZZz keeps picking up to heal those wounds. Grenades go into teleport exits, hitting nothing. Just trying to secure red with those. So far it's been a pretty passive game, pretty much like the first one, although the first one I believe still had a bit of action. A few confrontations here and there, but no frags until 4 minutes. Now it's been 3 minutes in Rhea. We still haven't seen any frags. So far I think it's been mostly very just passive, picking up items. Lup1n has hit a few rails here and there, hit those blaster shots. Now he's finally going in for the mega. fearZZz hasn't dealt that much damage to him in the process. Misses the pincer, so does Lup1n. Rocket jump over to red, that's going to be his. Oh no, he's not going to pick that up just yet. He's trying to... I don't know if he realized. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I think he did realize. He was trying to look for fearZZz appearance anywhere to get some damage on him. Five seconds until mega. Reloads his pincers here. Keeps a sharp eye on the mega. Rocket jumps over the ledge as well. That was well calculated. He even picks up the red. Now fearZZz is at a still an okay spot given his stack compared to Lup1n's. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. I think he could still manage to get a few shots here and there. Lup1n fails his implosion jump. Smoke screen goes in. They are both on very low HP, and fearZZz ends up surviving that. Takes the 50, takes the blue. Still at a very low stack. Lup1n ends up picking the mega health. And fearZZz doesn't even know that red's been up for ages. Tries to go for that. Pretty safely picks it up. All things considered, Lup1n just picked up mega, and I suspected it would have been on the red side by now. But fearZZz has the frag now. He needs to take good care of that frag. Never give it to Lup1n here. Mega is up. Heavy is up as well. Mega been picked up by Lup1n here. Nice rail to Lup1n. Second blue picked up by Lup1n there as well. He's at a pretty even 150 stack. fearZZz here. I'm gonna say slightly lower after or before this red pickup. Now he's got some pretty good stack. Ooh. Gets the mega, covers it with smoke. Lup1n is nowhere to be seen, however. Just the red knowing it might be secure, and it was, but Lup1n was waiting at the next door. He knows where Lup1n is. Slowfield Weebo comes in. It's going to be making it very difficult for Lup1n to pick up that mega, but fearZZz ends up conceding it. Gets some damage to the process now that Lup1n can finally make a charge. And now he's got even red. Oh, through the teleporter! fearZZz is a bit surprised where Lup1n is at. Gets quite a bit, actually both players get quite a bit of damage there. There might be an even stack right now. fearZZz slightly replenishes it with the 50 and the blue. Now red is coming up right there. And didn't even pick it up just yet. Takes a rocket jump. Oh, and here we go. Lup1n was slightly cornered there on the edge of the jump pad. Fears will count on that the Mega was picked up by him. 3 seconds till heavy and red, and that will be Lup1n's. Oh, Fears slightly fails the teleporter there. There we go. Mega health. Now in Fears' hands. Slowfield Weeball comes in to protect the heavy. Now he's at a very good stack. Lup1n, in the meantime, has had a bit of a degeneration on his stack, but now he's got a bit of armor shards. I think even health to back him up. I need to say blue armor at the very least to protect that. Now he's got Mega. Fears has red. Looking pretty promising for Fears now. Ooh, what a surprise attack on Lup1n here. Smokescreen Weeball as well as the slow field. I think that's what it was. Will make that fight very confusing. Lup1n still loses all of his armor. Gets the blue, gets the 50 right next to it. Lup1n should be there by red right now. He is! Fears barely misses the pincer angle there. Thinking he would not be there. Oh, Lup1n gets the rail and even the frag before Fears could even get the Mega there. Mid-air rocket jump. Those are always very risky when you just may even have a hunch that your opposing player was where Lup1n was at that time. Fears still gets the red, bombards the pincer. Lup1n knows he might not have it just yet. Nice rail. Will not frag him just yet, but that shaft damage on Lup1n will make mincemeat. I mean mince jam out of Lup1n. I was telling you, this is a kid-friendly game. It's mince jam. Lup1n has no armor. He's just spawned. I think he would really rely on is the blue armors. As the first blow picked up, it'd be 50 right next to him if he just will get some damage, but he gets way too much damage and is on the other side where the 50 would be. And that is the third frag for Fears. Less than a minute to go at this state for Fears to get a golden frag. If he gets one more, it's even more than that. In frags, it's going to be even less time. Pretty good control over items. Slightly missed times. Red there, or at least might know when it spawns, but still tries to look for Lup1n around. He still can see some red to him. Picks up the second blue. 4 seconds to Mega. The slow field Weeball. Mega up. He might have just seen, yeah, he saw Lup1n there. And it's going to be golden frag for Fears. It's looking very promising for him. He's got nearly full stack. Lup1n only had pretty much 100 stack, I'd say. That's 50 health and 50 armor. Was that a fourth rail in a row hit? Fifth one does not connect. But even the first one would win the game, and so it does. Lup1n stuck in the jump pad. Fears perfect moment, perfect stack, perfect everything to finish the game, and so he does. That is definitely his matchup right here. It was nice that they finally played it, because this was a round 4 matchup, and indeed it was, according to my schedule, our last game. Very well played by Fears and Lup1n, and very well played by everybody so far that we've commentated here. Extremely fun games to watch. And this is one we want Diabotical to be. Yeah. So indeed, the playoffs will be tomorrow on Sunday, starting around 2 p.m. Central Europe time. And hopefully I will be on time to commentate them as well. So otherwise, thank you so much to the players so far playing in the group matches. And good luck on the players who are continuing in the playoffs. Well played, everybody. And thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I'm Capelli47. We are signing off for today, and we're continuing tomorrow. See you tomorrow.